Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Big Matt, and today we're going to be working on an Akai GX620 reel-to-reel. I have it disassembled now. I'll remove the playback record out from the unit so I can have better access to the components. It didn't have an output on the right channel, and the left channel was really weak, so I replaced the transistors and getting ready to put it back together and do some calibrations on the playback and record levels, and set the bias for recording also. And we'll follow along as we. Continuing with the Akai GX620, I'm going to demagnetize the tape path. Just using the standard TX demagnetizer. You want to turn the unit on a couple of feet away from the machine, then move towards it slowly, and just run over the metal parts, any metal part that the tape comes in contact with. And when you're a couple of feet away from the machine, then you turn the demagnetizer off. Okay, the next step on the calibration in the calibration process on the Akai GX620 is the output level adjustment. To do that, we're going to use an MRL tape. It's going to be playing a reference level signal through the Akai, and we're going to be monitoring that signal on a set of speakers, and also we'll be able to see the output on this voltmeter. The reading should read right at 775 millivolts AC. If it's not exactly on there, we can make a minor adjustment here at the output knob, but I've already made the adjustments on the pots below when this output knob is at around a 2 o'clock position on the machine. So that's where we want to reference 0 dB. So when we press play, we should see close to 775 millivolts AC on the meter, and we're monitoring the left channel. This red wire is the right channel. Do one channel at a time.
1 kilohertz at reference proximity.
And it's very close. That's perfect. If we wanted to boost it up just a little bit, you can turn the output knob up slightly to get it to 775, but that's really not necessary. We'll check the left channel next. Excuse me, the right channel. And we should see about the same signal. Yeah, that's perfect. Again, we're not launching nuclear weapons with this thing. It doesn't have to be super accurate. For most home users, you can get it really close to that 0 dB range, which is 775 millivolts AC, and you'll be perfectly fine with that. So again, don't sweat getting the output exactly at 0 dB. You can always make minor adjustments here at the output knob. Continuing with the calibration on the Akai GX620. Right now we're going to be doing the record level calibration. I have an oscillator connected to the unit. We have that signal going into the 620. Try to make it to where you can see the VU meters. A little too bright, but right now they're off. But I have that signal going in, and when I move the tape source switch from tape to source, you'll see the VU meters go up to a 0 dB. and you can hear the little tone in the background. Bring it up just a little bit more to 0 dB. Okay, and so when I go into hit play and record, I'm going to start recording that same tone. So we're in record mode now, but we're still listening to the input. So when we're going to the tape mode, the meters should stay at relatively or at about the same spot that they are now. So this is the source mode, and this is the tape mode. And that tells us that the record levels are at a good level. The adjustment for them is located here. And anytime you change out the transistors on these units, you need to go in and recalibrate that record level adjustment as well. But these have been calibrated, and they're right where they should be on the left and the right channels. Again, this is the tape itself, and this is the input. This is the tape. If we stop the tape, the meters go back down to nil. And if we look at the line input, we see the meters at 0 dB. Next, I'm going to change out the incandescent bulbs with some green LEDs. On these GX620s, they come with incandescent bulbs that have a light green film. I don't know if it's painted on or what, but it does give off a little green tinge, but not very much. I want that color to be more profound, so I'm going to use these LEDs. Right now I have them hooked up to a power supply, and also ramp it up a little bit. You can see the green lights illuminate. It's about where we want them, and you can see it adds a little different flavor to the VU housing. I've connected these guys using these connectors I've picked up on eBay. You see them on TV sometimes. But it's like a little piece of heat shrink that has solder in the middle, and you heat that heat shrink up as you would any other. But at a certain point, the solder melts and it connects the two ends together. I also have some regular heat shrink on either side of this connector, just to prevent any kind of contact with the power inside the VU meter housing. But I'm going to get another one of these made up for this side and install them, and then probably put a dimmer switch in so the illumination can be controlled from that dimmer. And for those who like to see how the sausage is made, I've got one of the LEDs here. I'm going to put the connectors on.
They're going to be showing you how to drill a hole in the foot.